right here is a hadith. Now, let me explain to you. The Muslims has hadiths, right? They have the Quran, which is their Bible, written in Arabic, but they also go by hadiths. Now, if you don't know what a hadith is, a hadith is stories that somebody written about Muhammad. Meaning, if he was Muhammad, and I hung around him, I will write a story of me being around him and the things that he did. And that would be called a hadith. These hadiths are an additional or an addition to the Quran. This is a hadith. This is a hadith. Salaki, give me 1 second. This is a hadith from a brother named Anas bin Malik. Right? And this hadith that's about Anas bin Malik he wrote and gave a description of Muhammad. Can you read? Can you see that, brother? Read.
Narrated Anas bin Malik. While we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down.
Excuse me. Now he said, while we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, right? Because you know they have a mosque. That's where that synagogues are. He was sitting in the mosque with the Prophet Muhammad, right? And a man came to the mosque and he was riding on a camel. He must have came from a long another place or whatever he came, but he came to the mosque and he was like, yo, listen, I'm looking for Muhammad. Read.
He made his camel kneel down in the mosque.
He made his camel kneel down in the mosque. He told his camel to rest. His camel kneel down. Read.
Tied his foreleg and then said, who amongst you is Muhammad?
So when the man that came on the camel, he told his camel to chill. He set him down, tied him up. Then he came in the mosque and he asked, he inquired, yo, who in here is Muhammad? He's looking for Muhammad, the prophet. Read.
At that time, the prophet was sitting amongst us, his champions, his companions, kneeling on his arm.
Now, when he was looking, when the man came into the mosque, he was looking for Muhammad. And I'm trying to tell y'all this because I want to break some truth out into this Islam, right? That he came into the mosque and he was looking for Muhammad. And he came in there and he inquired about him and he asked, where's Muhammad? So the brother, what's his name? Anas bin Malik, he responded and he said that Muhammad is over with the rest of the brothers and he's leaning on somebody's arm. Read.
We replied, this white man reclining on his arm.
Now this is Muhammad that he's describing. Read.
The man then addressed him.
No, read it from the top. When he told him when the man asked him where's Muhammad and he told him who he was.
Who amongst you is Muhammad? At that time the prophet was sitting amongst us, leaning on his arm. We replied, this white man reclining on his arm.
This what?
This white man reclining on his arm.
This black man.
This white man reclining on his arm.
This Arabian man.
This white man reclining on his arm.
Brothers, and this hadith by Anas bin Malik, they are describing Muhammad as a white man.
Right.
So you think that Islam is the black religion that we lost, that somebody brought back to us, that is our religion? This is a white man's Salafi. This is an Edomite's religion. This is not even this is not even this is not even an Abraham's religion. Wow, yo, Israel, you get pimped. We get pimped in so many different ways. Right? You can drop that. We get pimped in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Now we just broke out to you and it's truth, right? That Islam is not the black man's religion. It wasn't started by a black man. It didn't come by a black man. It was made popular by a black man because we are the salt of the earth, like the prophets before me told you and prophesied and told you about in these records. And I'm telling you, Salaki, and Israel, we are telling you to separate and get out of these other religions. Worshipping that stone in Mecca, right? Banging your head against the ground is only making the oppressor rich. You know what I'm saying? You're only putting money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? And by putting money in his pocket and worshiping that God, you are also hurting your people. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get some more into this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get some more into this truth. Right? We need to understand, Israel, that we need to stop worshiping other gods. That is a judgment that comes with worshiping these other gods, and we see it, and it happens every day. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like the way we live in Israel, get into the school. Follow these laws and commandments, which are not grievous. It may take a little bit of discipline, but they ain't hard. It ain't hard. It ain't nothing that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? We want to get into logic. Give me 1 Kings chapter 11 and 1. 11 and 1. And this is an example in this Bible. Israel, we used to be on top, right? We had a kingship, and we had other nations bringing us gifts, stones, and jewels from their land. You know what I'm saying? And our King Solomon, right, which you might have heard of, he's a king that we're rather familiar with if you ever been in a Christian church or if you ever read this book. King Solomon was a man who they say had 700 wives, right? And according to this church it says, because he has 700 wives, that having those many wives made him not perfect with the Most High. Right? But I'm here to tell you, it wasn't the wives that caused him not to be perfect with Israel. Salaki, perfect with the Most High. Right? What caused it was following after the traditions of his wives who were of other nations. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we continue to follow these other nations, right? These iniquities, and it's going to continue to be flooded on us. Our judgment is going to continue to come down on us. And we are close to the end. It's time to get it together, Israel. You got that for me? Read.
1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women.
King Solomon loved many strange women. And the reason why our records are even saying strange women and not all of his wives or all the women is because it's trying to give you the subject on strange women. That is the subject that is being talked about right here. That's a piece of the subject that's being talked about. Strange women. Why is the Most High even saying, calling women strange if he loves everybody? If he loves everybody, why is this book saying that he loves strange women? We're going to get more into it. Read.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites.
Now that sounds like women of other nations. That is why they are strange, right? This subject about strange women, he even went more in depth on it because he started naming other women of different cultures, Salaki of different nations. The Egyptian woman, the daughter of Pharaoh, the Ammonites, and even more, the Edomites, I think it says in there. Continue, read.
Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
He say what?
Ye shall not go into them.
So that sounds like a Most High that had favoritism. Right. That sounds like a God that was racist. That sounds like a God that wanted you to be only with the people of your nation.